I'm tired.
Oh, I forgot to press record!
Welcome to this episode of Play English. Today we're gonna talk about some of our favorite games.
Okay, so do you guys play games?
Yes, of course.
How much time do you spend on gaming? Like per week? Like on a weekly basis?
That's hard to calculate it, but I think 1 hour to 2 hours.
Per day?
No, for a week.
Oh, the entire week,
total.
so you play like for 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours a week. How about you?
I play on Friday and Saturday.
Only on Friday and Saturdays?
Yes.
Okay, so how much time do you spend on these 2 days?
I spend 5 hours a day.
5 hours a day? He's looking at you enviously because he wants to do that too. Alright, anyway, so you must have a lot of like devices that you can actually game on. So what other devices do you have when it comes to gaming?
Phones and PS4.
PS4 and phones, and then?
And phones, PS4, and handheld.
Handheld?
Handheld.
You're talking about like a PS Vita
Yes.
kind of thing? Handheld? Like a Switch is a handheld too? Okay. What's wrong?
I'm thinking about something happened in my school.
Okay, we can talk about it later.
Okay.
Now, out of these two platforms, out of these two devices that you have, which one is your like go-to device?
I prefer PS4, but
Okay. Why is that?
because it have more high quality graphics games, and there are something that I don't like for PS4 because it's too inconvenient. Like with phones, you can play it everywhere if you bring your phone.
So you are saying that you would like to have like the functionality of playing on the go when it comes to PS4?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, you can do that. Do you know that? But the problem is we do not have very good internet connection in Taiwan. But actually, you can play any PS4 games on your phones, your computer, or your tablets. Yes, yes. There's a PlayStation something. There's a software that you have to get from the Google Play. All you need to do is get that software from Google Play, and make sure that you have like really good internet connection on your phone and also at home, and you can do that. You can play on the go. Yes.
So like so do you have to buy the game again?
No, you don't have to buy anything. They are playing. It's kind of like the idea is kind of like streaming. Your PS4 is streaming the game to your phone or to whatever device that you have right now. So that's why you need a very good internet connection.
So can we play the PS4 and the phone on the same time?
Yes. So when you open up the app with your phone, your PS4 will be on too, even though it's like miles away between you guys, between you two, and your PS4 will start working, and it's actually streaming the data through the cloud onto your phone. So that's why you can play any games on the go.
Wow, that's a very cool thing.
Yeah, but the problem, just like I said, is that we do not have very good internet connection in Taiwan, so it's kind of like hard to do that. I tried, and I failed. Yeah.
So you can do it on PS Vita too.
Yes, you can do it on PS Vita too. Yeah,
But
that's
I don't
true.
have.
That is true.
But I don't have.
You don't need the
Vita.
PS Vita. You can play on any device.
Okay.
Okay. So you think the portability is a problem? You would like to the next one, the PS5. You would like to have the ability to allow you to play on the go, like a Switch. That would be nice. Okay, so you talked about graphic. Like graphic seems to be a very important thing to you. So, are you very picky when it comes to also sound, the quality of sound or something when you game?
When I was playing the game like PUBG, I hope that I have a better quality of sound so I can know where is my enemy. So it makes me play the game better.
Okay, speaking of this, so you play PUBGs exclusively using your headphones. So headphones and other stuff like a mouse, a keyboard, or even a controller, they are gaming accessories. Out of all these gaming accessories, which one would you spend a lot of money buying? You can think about that too. Out of all the gaming accessories, which one do you think is the most important? Is it the
Or
controller?
PS4 or
PS4.
the
PS4. Is it a controller or is it headphones or is it something else?
I will buy money on CD.
I mean, but that's not a gaming accessory. I'm talking about gaming accessories,
I think I was
like hardware that you can use to play games, like a controller. You need that to play games.
Yes.
We're talking about like a regular PS4 controller, but you can also spend a lot of money getting a pro controller.
There's you are saying like something I have to put a lot of money.
Which one, if you're going to spend money on, which one would you spend money on? Because you want to make sure that that is actually good, so you can play games in your own way.
I think headphone.
You think headphones?
I think headphone is very important.
So sound quality is important to you.
Yes.
I think it's okay because
So it doesn't really matter when it comes to gaming accessories. Not really. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So are you also picky when it comes to, like, you talk about graphic? So we need a pretty good TV to have that kind of graphic.
When I grow up, I will have a better TV, but I
Right now.
Right
So
now.
so right now you're gaming on like a computer monitor or a
no,
TV.
TV,
A TV.
but it's not good enough.
We're talking
For
about
me.
Full HD TV or 4K TV.
Full HD.
Full HD TV.
two didn't wear the jacket.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I noticed that. That's okay. Everybody can know that I'm fat. All right. So Louis, how about you? Question is, what devices do you game on?
I did one. This is on
PS4.
PS4
PS4. So PS4 is your go-to device as well. Why PS4?
because it have better game.
Better games. So you're talking about like the games are more complete comparing with games on phones and on the devices.
Yes.
Okay. So do you enjoy single players more or multiplayers more?
I enjoy multiplayers
Why multiplayers?
because you can play with friends.
So you like the idea of playing with your friends.
Yes.
How about you? How about you?
I prefer a single player game
You like single players more.
because I think most of the single player games makes better stories.
Uh-huh.
I think for me. So I think it will be a great experience for playing a single player game.
Okay, I do agree with that because I'm more of a single player guy. I like single player game more because I enjoy the experience that it provides. I like a good story, like a game with a good story, a good plot line. Like recently, God of War is a really good game. I really enjoy the story inside. Yeah.
That's famous.
And one of the reasons why I do not like multiplayer game when it comes to like especially PS4 playing multiplayer games on PS4 like Division, Destiny, is because they are incomplete when they are released they are incomplete. Some of the big publishers that really like to release their games in an incomplete state. Division 2 is actually exception because Division 2 is actually the only complete multiplayer game in these 2 years. Because look at the previous game like Anthem, it's a shithole. It's a shitty game. And Fallout 74, I believe that's the name, is a shitty game too. These are multiplayer only games. And they were released a couple months ahead of Division 2 and they were all incomplete. Like you can beat the game like in hours and it's done, finished, nothing else to do.
How are they incomplete? Like the story.
They didn't finish. They feel half baked. Like when you play the game, you feel like the publisher didn't or the developer didn't finish the game. That's how you feel when you play the game. And they promise like later updates they will fix this problem. They will make the game better. But the problem is, it's kind of like buying a think of this as buying a TV or something. Now, if someone tell you, well, you know what, the new TV that you're going to buy, this functionality is not ready yet. We'll patch it up a few months later. Or this 4K stuff or HDR is not ready. We'll patch it up a few months later. Would you buy the TV?
I think like
I would not buy that TV. Because that's an incomplete TV. I don't want to buy incomplete TV. Like I promise you that 4 months later I'm gonna fix your TV. Are you gonna buy that TV? Or a refrigerator, or the freezer is not complete yet. You can only use the other half of the refrigerator. Are you gonna buy that refrigerator?
no, of course not.
That's the problem with some of not all of them. Some of the multiplayer games. You play Division 2. What do you think of it?
I think
It's actually really good. That's a good game. It's a really good game.
But I think it's really need to play with many people.
Yes, true. It is true.
Because it's very difficult by one people.
I think what Division 2 offers is that experience of playing with your friends. And when you play with your friends, it actually changes the whole thing. When you play solo, you play in one way, in a very particular way. But when you play with your friends, you have to use a lot of tactics. Like you go this way, I go this way, and try to flank the enemy and try to solve this problem in front of you.
So
it's really, really good.
What is about Division 2? Is it a PvP game?
It's a PvP and PvE game. Oh, by the way, do you know what PvE stands for? Player versus environment. That's what it means. And PvP?
And player versus player.
Yeah, player versus player. So I think a huge part in Division 2 is more about PvE.
Yes.
It focuses heavily on the PvE aspect.
So what?
You collect loot. It's a looter shooter. Do you know what the looter shooter is? Looter, L-O-O-T, looter shooter is the kind of shooter. It's a shooter game, but when you kill the enemy, you get certain loots, like a piece of your armor, a new weapon, stuff like that. It's kind of like a Diablo 3.
So it's a
Diablo 3 is a dungeon crawler.
So what's about the story?
The story is not very
Spoiler! Spoiler! Everybody is playing Division 2. Stop C.
Yeah.
I know it's like you are in the world is someone is controlling, and you have to hit the people, all of it.
So the people are controlled. It's controlled by.
Yes.
Are they controlled by something else?
No, they just control this world.
Okay.
And your
so some people control whole of the world.
is a part of world that part, and we are inside, and we are.
So we try to get out of the place.
Yes, and no, we just going to get this place down. And
It's kind of trying to reclaim this place,
Yes.
like kick the bad guys out.
yes.
Yeah.
And when you kick the bad guy's house, and they will have one more bad guy come in, and
Yeah, that's true.
the place will have to do it again.
Yeah.
But it's the different kind of enemy, and the enemy.
So
will be
there are
stronger.
there are many different kinds of enemies.
Enemy factions.
Yes.
Do you know what factions are? Like a group of bad people. They follow the same set of goals and codes. They are a faction.
So
But there are several
like
factions
different
in the game.
species.
Kind of. You can call it that. They have different enemy types in each faction.
And,
It's a
do you,
different kind of enemy.
Yeah, different kinds of enemies. Like this faction has some flamethrowers. There are people using flamethrowers to attack you, and this faction has like a machine gun type of enemy that suicide bomber. So each faction
Machine
behaves
gun
differently. Yeah.
on one place, and you will shoot it by himself.
Yeah.
so do you think is a great game?
I think it's a good game. It's a good game, especially towards the end game when you hit level 30. I heard, because I just hit level 30, I heard that they are going to kind of like the entire map is going to change.
Yes.
It's going to be changed, and there will be a new faction. The new enemy will come in, and everything, the way you play will be completely different. Because one thing that I heard other YouTuber talking about this game, when they talk about this game, is that the enemy AI in this game is really smart. They will always try to find a new way to kill you. Like try to flank you out from your cover, because there's a cover-based shooter, unlike some of the other shooter where you can actually carry your gun and just kill everybody in front of you. A cover-based shooter, you have to actually hide behind a cover, so you have to be tactical in your approach, and they will try to flash you out, force you to leave your cover by throwing at you some like close combat melee like enemy. They will attack you, like hitting you with a knife or something like that. They would charge at you, so you have to kind of like leave your cover. But there will also be some snipers, and there will also be machine gun enemies, like gun-based enemies.
So
they will flank you from all directions. And there are different, like I would say, the levels of difficulty. Like the regular enemy, purple enemy, which is stronger than the regular enemy, and then you have the gold enemy, the yellow enemy. They have like armor pieces on them, and you have to break their armor before you can hurt them.
Oh,
So the threat is you like different types of enemy. The goal is to flash you out.
So do you think is it a great game?
It's a very tactical shooter. I would say that. Do you know what's tactical?
I know.
It's like you have to think how if you die many times, you have to find a way to kind of like how can I approach this? How can I solve the problem in front of me? Yeah, you have to think and you have to like cooperate with your friends. So when you cooperate with your friends, this is a very different experience. Like you're facing twice the size of the enemies. Comparing with the amount of enemies that you face when you play solo, and you have to work with your friend. Like you go that way, I go this way. You will do this, and we'll do that. You have to communicate. It's really good.
So that brings back to our favorite game.
So speaking of favorite games, who wants to go first? Talking about favorite games.
I think let me go first because Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a special game for me because that's like the first open world game that I have played, and I think what it brings is a very special culture about the thing design. So you wouldn't think it was just you would think the world is so real that you are just at the time or that they are fighting each other, and then it's a very free game, so you can every thing that you chosen can make different ending that after you play. So I think it is a great game.
So if you're gonna choose like an aspect that you like the most, is it a setting of the game that actually appealed to you, or is it the mechanic, the fighting mechanic?
I think everything in that game is very special. The sound, like the character inside the game, they have their own characteristic inside of them, and they bring many of the accent of the ancient
Greek time.
Ancient Greek time. So you can hear like many accent of different countries, like Spartas and other things.
So you like the setting?
Yes, and the fighting is very different from others. You can have skills, and the skills wouldn't let you being too strong. So there are always a stronger enemy for you to beat. So I think you wouldn't think that was boring. So I think that's it.
Okay. So do you like the fighting mechanic of the game?
Yes.
Have you played the previous Assassin's Creed?
No, that's the first Assassin's Creed for me.
Okay.
Louis,
what's your favorite game?
My favorite game is changing, but many times because I.
So you like the idea of playing new games?
Yes, because one game when I play many times and I will feel
get bored.
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. And then.
And my favorite game is Division 2.
Division 2.
Because I just buy it.
You just bought it.
I just bought it for a few weeks.
Have you hit level 30?
No.
You're not. You're level what?
22.
22. I just hit level 30 this morning. And then. Who do you play the game with?
I play with my father and my brother.
You play with your brother and your father.
So do you think it's a great experience for you?
When you guys play, are you all in the same room?
Yes.
So you don't need headphones. Do you communicate?
So do you have a special, like your father is the main?
He will call us out to do that.
Okay, I understand.
He already shot 30.
Okay.
In last week.
You know what?
Last week?
When you hit level 30, I heard that there's gonna be like 3 specializations, like 3 jobs that you can choose from.
Like
Like,
you can
one of
change,
them is like-
you can change your jobs.
No.
I do not know the exact names of these 3 jobs, but I know there are gonna be 3 specializations. They're gonna, they are going to reward you like a special weapons for that special job.
But I don't know how to say that.
It's okay, fine, it's okay. I just hit over 30 myself this
You have to play something and you will get it.
So
you have to unlock it, that's what you
So
mean.
do you think playing with your father and your brother is different from playing for yourself?
I think you have to play along. Have you played along? Yeah. So.
Because my father always play.
Maybe next time you can.
Every day, at night.
Day and night. Just like
And on Friday and Saturday, he will play with us. And on Sunday he will play all day by himself.
Yeah, I just think it's a big problem because this 2 months alone, there are so many great games.
Yes.
There are so many great
So
games.
next time maybe you can try a single player. Maybe it'll bring a new experience for you. So I think it's time for today.
No, I do want to ask you something else. Like, what's your favorite genre? Do you know what a genre is? Like, what's your favorite type of game? There are so many types of games. There are RPG, there are shooter. What's your favorite genre?
I like shooters. But
You like shooters?
It's more multiplayer.
You like multiplayer shooter. Okay, hold on. I want to be more specific here. Do you like third-person shooters or first-person shooters?
Like third-person shooter is you can see full of your character, but the first-person shooter is you're just seeing
I know.
Like Division 2 is a third-person shooter. You can see your character. You like third-person shooter?
Because it's easier.
Yeah,
It's not easier necessarily. No, it's not easier.
But if you use first.
Like PUBG is a first-person shooter.
Yes,
Because
but it's hard because you cannot see the full thing.
I think third-person player because it's better because I think it will not feel
Dizzy.
no.
Will you feel dizzy if you play?
No, I think it feel like scared because someone will shoot it at your face and you don't know and you will just hurt.
Okay, so when so what you're saying is that when you're playing as a first person, you cannot see like where the bullet is coming from.
Yes.
But I think it will depends on different like games that I play. Like when I was playing a sniper, I would prefer to use a first player.
First person perspective.
Yeah, first person perspective. So I think because it could make me more concentrate on what is happening
In front of you.
me. So, but when I was playing like I was playing like I was in the forward line. I would choose to
front line.
Yes, when I was at the front line,
Like an assault-based class.
I would choose for the third person perspective because I think it's more easy. Just like what he said, it's more easy to know where the enemy is at.
Okay, so is your favorite genre also a shooter?
Yes, but I like the feeling when you
So you like shooting stuff?
also especially when you are a sniper.
Yeah, but sniper is a tricky like occupation to master. You really have to be fast. I would say if you want to play as a sniper,
you have to be concentrated and you have to know what would happen and you have to be very, very, very.
You're very precise.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would say that if you want to be a sniper, if sniping is like your you really like to do that, a mouse or keyboard will be better than a controller.
Yes, I think so. Because the controller
It's
sometimes
really tough to use a controller.
It was very hard, but with some games I prefer to use controller because I really enjoy when you're like.
Well, actually, myself, I prefer to play with a controller because I will like the feeling of laying on your couch and just
pushing the
trigger. That's called trigger.
Yes, when you're pushing the trigger and when you push
like
it,
and the
feel
vibration and it's like a real gun.
Yes.
That's not what.
That's the biggest difference from the
playing
keyboard
with a mouse
and
keyboard. Yeah,
yes.
that's true. But do you know that you can get a mouse with a vibration functionality?
No, I wouldn't.
I own one of
I wouldn't want
those.
I think I wouldn't want it.
Many years ago. But it's not as like powerful as a
So
controller.
it's a little bit lagging.
It's not just the motor. Do you know what the motor is? Like
Yes, I know.
a thing inside that makes it vibrate. It's not as big or strong as a DualShock, I would say. Do you know what DualShock is? DualShock is the official name for PS4 controllers. And there are actually, I believe there are two like motor inside. One on the left, one on the right, to give you that vibrating feel. Yeah. So is this the end?
I think it's the end.
So you want to do ending?
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Don't understand at all.
We can do it again. I'm gonna say.
Hold on, be careful. When you made a mistake, we have to start all over again. Okay, so just